Hi guys, Nicole here. Yes, it's been a while. I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. I went from being like an oversharer to I'm hardly on anymore. And life is just crazy. I just opened up a fourth coffee shop this month. So it's just been a bit of a wild ride these last few months. And along with that, I don't know if anyone else is like me, when I'm like under a little bit of stress, I don't feel like scrapbooking for whatever reason. I'm more of a go to Netflix and like let my brain shut off for a little while kind of person. And I don't know. And so I just haven't done a lot. So I did do some scrapbooking last fall. I did participate in the Scrapbooking and Cards Today weekend virtual event. They have a fall one and a spring one. I signed up for the spring one. So I got that box of goodies last week, and that's going on this weekend. And it's just like a Friday, Saturday, I think Sunday long virtual event. I don't know if I'm going to be able to participate in it live this weekend, but I'll hopefully get some stuff done. Hopefully, if I can get just some time carved away. Yeah, I'm just in this really weird, strange mode. Like we have four shops now, and the first one opened in 2015. And so for 5 years, it was just one. And then since 2020, we've opened three. And so it's just been a lot. And so I think hopefully we'll take a break for a little while and I'll get back into a systematic, like normal schedule a little bit and hopefully we'll get back into it. That's always my goal. Anyway, but I did get a weekend with Angie late last year. I did some scrapbooking in the fall. And then I don't think I've shown these layouts yet. I apologize if I did. I'm pretty sure I have not, but and then we have another scrapbooking weekend that we're booking coming up early this summer. And so we aren't doing them as often as we used to. Our lives are both a little bit in crazy town mode, but those I still cherish those weekends. And I even if I don't feel like scrapbooking them, like it takes me like no time at all once I get into the house or the hotel room or wherever we're staying at to just get back into that mode and remember how much I love the hobby. Not that I ever doubt that I love the hobby. I'm not motivated to do it as much as I used to be, just for different reasons. And so, anyway, I don't want this to be super, super long. So I'm going to just show my layouts. And then I did kind of get a project done. I think must have been late last year, that I've been thinking about for a while. And I'll show you that too. It's just labeling my albums, but I just want to show you kind of what I did with that. So I'll do that at the end. I'll take my phone off my thing here and taking a little walk to where I have a lot of my completed scrapbooks. It's a work in progress, but I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. So anyway, so some of these layouts I know are from that fall event. So they're class-based. There's like Jess Forrester, Paige Evans, Vicki Boutin, a few others. And basically you just you sign up for the class. With that, you get a big box of goodies, and then so you get all the materials for each class. And so this one was, I think, a Jess Forrester one that was focused on, she does a lot of pocket pages. And so I don't remember what the product was for sure. I think it was maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not even going to try to guess. But sometimes it's like one manufacturer. Sometimes the teachers will put together a bunch of different products together in for a class. So it's a mix of different people. But I just loved... I love pocket pages. I used this one to focus on my oldest daughter and her senior prom last year. So just kind of picked a bunch of photos from that day with her friends, and it just worked out perfect because you had this green that was in this collection of supplies that fit her dress perfectly, and then just spring being in this or prom being in the spring, and just the colors of the girls' dresses, like this pale pink and different, and this really pretty turquoise, like just really fit the product well. So that was a good thing to get scrapbooked. And you always have like a bazillion pictures from the day of prom that I'm not going to scrapbook individually. So pocket page style is the best way to do that because you can get a bunch of photos done in one sitting, in one layout spread. So this was actually, so Paige Evans is also part of that virtual event. Now this cut out and paper and some of the supplies I actually had from a Paige kit that I'd gotten a long time ago. I don't remember how or when or why, but it had been sitting in this baggie for years and years. I had moved it, I think like twice, I'd had it for forever and I just could not keep it there any longer. I'm like, I need to pull this product out, get some pictures down and get this layout done because I just kept coming across it. And so I think there was some leftover supplies from the Paige Evans class from the fall. I mean, regardless, I have a bazillion of her supplies, so it doesn't really matter. But so I pulled everything out, found a couple of pictures, which these worked perfectly because of the colors and the clothing, and I just finally got this done. So this is an older Paige base with some newer product on it and some newer photos on it. And so I'm happy to have this done and finally in a scrapbook versus in my piles of to do or to finish projects kind of thing. So super cute. Okay, so then I did a bunch of fall layouts, and some of these are like my own, like I either use sketches or just scrapbooked, like just sat down and scrapbooked or whatever. And then I'll try to tell you if they were from that event because I think these are just ones I sat down and did. I pulled out 2 or 3 fall lines I wanted to play with, and I had a bunch of really fun fall photos from a day that we went to see my daughter in college. We did a little photo shoot. We had some time to kill, and so just wanted to get those scrapbooked. So this one is one of those. It's my daughter's being kind of silly, and I just layered some strips, and then I fringe cut each strip, and then layered some fall words and phrases underneath, scattered some wood leaves and some stickers, and then outlined like I often do if I have a solid background, if it's a white or cream especially. I did my normal outline, but then I added in some bling just to add some interest to the outer edges of the page. And then this one is a photo of my daughter and her roommate, and I just kind of wanted to journal about how grateful and thankful I was that she had a really good roommate. They become best friends, got along super, super well, and it was just a blessing. And so just wanted to scrapbook about that. I'd taken a picture of them 2 together on that same day, so they both have kind of fall colors on, which is nice. Just fit the product perfectly. So and these are a mix of like Simple Stories and Echo Park fall lines. And of course I have a lot of mixed in product. Like I have like the wood veneers, what's they called? Yeah, the wood pieces are, you know, things I got maybe from Hobby Lobby or different things. So what I do is I'll have my my kit of supplies from like a manufacturer, but then I have a whole bunch of other like just general fall supplies from like a variety of different places. And so I'll just kind of look and see, okay, where is this kit? Doesn't have a lot in. So if do they not have a lot of small pieces or like finishing touch pieces? Am I missing some more medium sized pieces like die cut cards or those, or, you know, those kinds of things. And so then I'll kind of go to my fall stash and say, okay, I need some more like bling pieces, or I need some more like wood veneers or whatever. Like I just kind of fill in with other supplies. And so I don't usually pull from another kit. Like I'll usually just pull from, I have a general stash. You know, the stuff that you found at Hobby Lobby or at Joann's, or, you know, things that don't belong with a certain collection, those kinds of things. So anyway, so here's one where I just did one solid piece of lined paper here, a couple larger pieces of these fun patterns. So the small piece of orange there, just to get some of that orange in there. And used some washi, kind of did some layering here and to the left and then down here. So I have my little triangle going on. But it's a little bit different. It's not just like these two are focused on the photo and this one's a little bit below it, which is a little bit different. So it's me and my girls, little selfie. Okay. And then this one, I just did a kind of a horizontal with 3 photos, but I made them a little bit wonky just to give them a little bit of extra interest, and then just layered some fun fall patterns underneath, layered here and then up here, and then just journal directly underneath the paper. So it's a little bit crooked. You can see because that's how I did the paper is a little crooked. I did the photos a little crooked. Just something a little bit different. So not everything is just like straight across the board. Okay, this layout I'm pretty sure is from that event last fall. And it's always fun because it's like you end up doing something that you wouldn't have done on your own. This is not definitely like I love thinking outside the box like this or doing something that someone else has thought up because it just makes me think differently about how I put a page together. And so with this one, there's one block here, a longer block here, and then a smaller block here that's really just focused on embellishments and journaling and stickers. And then your pictures are all kind of focused on the bottom. And of course, I could have added a photo here and I could have changed anything up that I wanted to, but I really liked how it was set up. And so had some embellishing down here, and then of course a bunch up here below this photo, and then around here a little bit more up there. And so just a lot of fun use of die cuts and stickers, and I'm all for that. And this is definitely a mix of a variety of lines. You can see how there's some different color tones in them, but they really work well together, and they're really pretty. Of course, there's some fussy cutting here. So just lots of fun. I like getting into someone else's brain for a little bit and just like copying them in a form of a class or sketch or whatever. So that was a fun layout to do. And I believe this one was also from that event as well, as far as the structure with just having the 6 small blocks with a strip in the middle. And I just did 4 little photos that to me I look at and think fall, and then some fun embellishing on the other areas of the layout. And I usually do mix it up. I usually mine will not look exactly like everyone's, either the teachers or the people who are sharing it. I often will mix it up, but sometimes I just like to just follow it to the T and call her good. So it's still creative for me, even doing it that way. It's still an outlet for me, which is nice. So I did a bunch of Disney photos, and I feel like I've maybe shown these, and I apologize if I have. So I did a bunch of Disney photos. I worked actually a lot on my Disney album last year. Albums, I should say. I have 2 trips, multiple albums. But then my daughter also went with her senior class last summer. And so those I don't have in those albums because these will go into her albums. And so I don't know if I've shown these or not because I just don't remember. So I apologize if I have, but this was one I may have shown them when I went through. I don't know what I did. Anyway, so this one was really fun. Like I just pulled out all my Disney supplies, which I have a bazillion of, and just scrapbooked using as much of the supplies as I could and had a really fun time playing with them. So this was just a fun photo of her and her friends like watching the castle fireworks, and I just did some really fun layering and used like these brads and the fireworks as the centers. And I had this old like glittery sticker that says together that I thought was perfect for that. I pulled that into this large kit just because I don't know, they just felt Disney to me, which is very whimsical. And there was a lot of black in some of these lines, and so that worked well. So just a fun Disney layout. With lots of old and new Disney product. Okay. And then this one is a 2-pager, and before their trip, they went to Hobby Lobby and got like iron-on things for their shirts or sweatshirts that they were all going to wear together at Disney. And so they all came to our house and put it together and ironed them there. And so I just took some pictures, and like this is a perfect opportunity to use Disney product because they're making these for Disney and they're all Disney themed. So just a fun 2-page layout of those photos. Okay, these are trying to remember. I don't remember, you guys. It's been so long. I might have already shown some of these. I apologize if I did. I think these are probably from the last, I don't remember. The last fall, last spring. I don't know. I've done this event a couple times, so I apologize if you've seen these already, but it's a layout about my daughter getting her first college book in the mail, and this was cutting pattern paper and then arranging it on the page in a fun way. That was a lot of fun, and then some fun product around the photos there. I'm trying to remember what this is for. This is to, oh, that goes with that one. So this is a single page. Just visiting my college girl, and got pictures of her and her sister. They're kind of just funny pictures, but this one just used some cards along the top and then some layers underneath and some embellishing kind of on a diagonal that goes along with like the journaling on that same diagonal there. So just a fun layout of my girls being kind of silly and very much them. This is a 2-pager. And I think this is the way it goes. Yes. Lots of 2-pagers in here. So this one was just, I took a bunch of photos of them together kind of in those like couple months, like month before college and the first couple months after she went to college and we go see her or whatever, she come back home. And so just printed some of those photos and did 2 larger ones here and then 4 smaller ones, and then layered some patterns and then some embellishing on each side. So it was fun. I love the bright colors of that one. And this one is one of the girls saying goodbye as we dropped her off at college, and I'm pretty sure this, I know I copied this from a sketch. I just don't remember which one, but Cassie foot butterflies, string kind of throughout the, intertwined through the tags and the butterflies as though they were like their butterfly paths. Title, journaling, just one tag in the middle. I love this use of tags this way because you can use one tag as your title and then you can use the other 2 as photo mats. So that was really fun to do. And I love the color scheme and everything. I love everything about that layout. This one here is a layout about my daughter getting her driving permit. And so I just kind of did, I think this was like a leftovers page, possibly, I think. So I just used some scraps of paper and some tags that I had left and some die cuts and things, and journaled over here about the process of getting that and how proud I was of her. So. Let's see, first day of school layout that I did. This must have been a sketch of some sort because I wouldn't do this normally, but just kind of a sideways banner. And then the photos kind of on that, treating that as kind of the photo mat, and then just doing some journaling. First day of school, really simple layout. Not a lot of detail to that one. And then back to some more fall ones, or another fall one. This one I'm sure was probably from that fall event last year. I think it was actually a Victoria Calvin one from that event, and just love this paper line. It's I can't think of what. It's a fall line, but it's oh shoot, who was it? I can't think of what brand it was. Super pretty, a little bit softer, just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And so that was a really fun layout to do. Okay, so then I am now to a bunch of layouts I have in a bag, which makes me think that they are the layouts that I did at my last scrapbooking weekend. Like I said, I did a full December daily, which probably took up a couple of the days that we were there, but I also got some layouts done. So let me show you. I think my December daily was probably a Vicki Boutin class that I signed up for, and then I pretty much had all the product already purchased, because she'll have some where you can get, like on Vicki Boutin's website, where you can order like the product with the class or just the class by itself. And so I think I had like almost all the products. So I believe I signed up for the class and then did the December daily while I was at that weekend with Angie, printed there and everything. And then I think I'm just waiting. I think I'm trying to find a little bit of a 3-inch binder album, because it's a 6x8, I believe. And I want it to be, I just need to, so it's kind of sitting in a bag right now. I'm not quite ready to display it this Christmas, like, during Christmas time until I get a little bit of a bigger album to put it in. But it turned out super cute. But I also made some layouts, and so I will show you those. So this one is a Christmas one. So I was obviously in the Christmas making mode. I think this was we maybe met between Christmas and New Year's, if I remember correctly, or maybe right after New Year's. So these are actually Christmas photos from this very last Christmas that I got scrapbooked. So this is one of them, and just lots of diagonal action going on here. Lots of layering underneath the photo, and then just layering of die cuts and stickers and things like that. Not for sure what collection this is. I'm trying to think if I know what collection this is. Some more Christmas, just photos with my daughter and a couple of her friends after a music concert. And so just lots of little strips of pattern papers, and again, kind of got the diagonal thing going on as far as for the embellishing. And then I did sneak in some little stickers and things kind of in the strips. I think this must have been, I don't know. I can't visualize what line this is for some reason. Anyway, it looks like a crepe paper to me, maybe. Anyway, this is a fun one. I just love the specialty papers. I have this foiling on it, and so I just used it as a background, which I don't use pattern paper as a full background very often. But I really liked how that turned out. Just my daughter had a very, solid colored outfit on, and so it worked out well. I think if she had a busier Christmas outfit on, it would have been a little bit too much, but just did some layering kind of underneath the two photos, and then some embellishment around it in the middle. And I use this as a little bit of fabric there. So, I haven't seen these since I brought them home. They've been in a bag since I got home. So I think once I got home, it was kind of like, it was automatically just directly into the new shop, the work for the new shop. So I pretty much got my stuff unpacked, and that was about as far as I got. So here is some pictures from Christmas concert last year. I did the code. What's it called? I want to say UPC code, but that's not it. You know what I'm talking about. The code where you can put it on your QR code. And so I can use my phone and actually go directly to that performance from that night. And so I have them on my YouTube channel. I just have them as unshared. And then, because I think if you do it private, you have to have a code or something. So I did it or as unlisted, and then so that I can go to that and then it'll still take me to the video without having any problems. And so use some gold doilies from my stash. And, again, I'm not for sure what collection this is 100%, but I have a lot of Christmas supplies, so it could be a variety. Let's see. And then I did scrapbook. I feel like this is a 2-pager though. So I did, what's that from? Hold on. Is this just a 1-pager maybe? Okay, I think this is just a 1-pager. I did scrapbook some papers from 2 years ago, or some pictures. We were in Texas over right after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, and so we caught the silos during Christmas, the Magnolia silos in Waco. And so I actually had some product I had purchased there at Magnolia, and I pulled that into this is a Vicki Boutin Christmas collection. I think these are leftovers from the class that had the album, or maybe, I'm not for sure. Anyway, so this was a lot of fun. I did some kind of picture of my husband and the girls, and then just some detailed pictures that kind of showed the Christmassy nature of how it looked in there for that one. And then, so I'm not for sure if I'm going to do a Texas album or what I'm going to do 100%, but I'm trying to figure out what order these are in. I feel like they are off. So I apologize if they are. I think these two go to, no, they don't. No, this is it here. Okay, so go this way. I'm gonna be this way. I think this is it. I'm not for sure. Actually, I think it's this way. I think this is a 2-page spread, I think. Guess we'll find out if I'm completely off. Here, let me just glance through really quickly here. That goes there. That goes there. Oh, here we go. Yep, I was wrong. Okay, let me recalibrate here. So this one was like this. There we go. That makes sense. So a couple more pictures from the silos. And then you have these poinsettias kind of scattered throughout. Okay. And then, I'm going to say that for last. I think those are right, but this one here. Also from Waco, or from Texas. So since we were there during that time of year, we just had a lot of more Christmassy shots, but then we also had of course, our beachy shots. And so wasn't for sure how to combine those into one album. So I just decided I would just scrapbook them based on the theme of the photos, and then we'll go from there. Like if I need to pull all my Texas layouts and put them in one album, I can. It's just gonna be a mix of like beach and like summery layouts and then some Christmassy layouts, because it was definitely a mix of both. I'm not for sure how to do that. Guess living in Nebraska, it's not something that I like. In the winter, it's just winter. Like you're it's hard. You don't mix them in the span of like a 1 week's time. I mean, some weeks we have winter and summer both in the same week, but anyway, the weather can be crazy. I love this because you cut out these ornaments and then pop dotted them so they look very dimensional and cute and fun, and I love that look with the twine. And so just some fun photos from that trip that were more Christmassy. And I love Vicki Booten's style of scrapbooking. I think she does great with like these bigger pieces, and just her embellishing clusters are different than how I would ever put them. And then, so again, I love that. So these were actually some photos from Christmas morning and this last Christmas. And so just printed off some of those and fit them into, again, this was a sketch from I think one of her classes. And yeah, so lots of fun. I always say this, but I'm a huge proponent of classes. I think that it just is, it's fun to do something different, and it maybe helps you kind of get past some, like I'll get in these modes where I'm like, I'm doing the same thing every time. And so it helps get me out of that. And I really like that. Okay. So I think this goes together if I remember right, because the pictures are the same from the same event. So Christmas concert, for my daughter's college choir group. And so what I did was I took all the performances that she was in and I did the QR codes. And so instead of little photos, I did the QR code boxes here with a main photo of me and her. It was just me and my daughter went and saw her. My husband was traveling. And then some picture of them two from the day, and then some pictures of the performances. And so just love how that turned out. I love the QR code thing, especially when I have daughters in performing arts. Both of my girls do a lot of singing and dancing and theater and things like that. And so I love that option. It's just another way to scrapbook in like a visual form. And so I love that. So that turned out really fun. And uh-oh, I lost something. Oh, there it is, I bet. Maybe? Oh, I think it's down here. Let's see in my... Oh, we'll see. Okay. This was a photo. We actually had a family member pass away. And so, right around in December, we went to Denver for his funeral. And then we went to out to eat afterwards, with all the family. And so outside of that, there was this funny Christmas tree. There was a real person in there. And so I took a picture of the girls, with that Christmas tree and just wanted to scrapbook that. It was a cute picture. So. And then this was, I think I got those in the right place. My daughter is in dance, and so they do a Christmas sweater dance in December, and at one of the basketball games, I believe. And so that was fun. And again, I did the QR code there, so I can go on YouTube and watch the dance. So just wanted to scrapbook that. And this is, I'm thinking, definitely a Simple Stories line from the looks of it. So I must have played with this line a little bit. And just did a black and white photo of me and my daughter after we gone to like a Christmas craft show and bought matching jackets, and just scrapbooked about the day that I had, or the morning that I had with her. And because for many years I've had to work those events because they tend to happen right across the street from our coffee shop. And now that we're bigger and we have more staff on hand, I can staff those events now and not have to be working at every single one. So, you know, I rarely have gotten to go to like the local Christmas craft bazaars or whatever because I'm always working. So it was just nice to like take her for the morning and like just hang out with her there and shop and whatever, get Christmas shop. And I'm just glad to be kind of at that stage where I can schedule people to do what I used to be doing, and I can actually spend time with my family or attend these different events. And so anyway, so I just layered up I kept some of the cut apart sheets together and then just used them as like its own pattern paper, and then layered up some other patterns and scrapbooked about the day. Lots of Christmas layouts. I guess, you know, it's April, right? We can still talk Christmas. This was just a fun photo that I had of my daughter. I thought she was super cute in her like outfit, and was very cozy looking. And so the colors, like when I was looking through my photos, matched this line perfectly with just the tan and the cream and the black. Like it just was perfect. So I took advantage and scrapbooked just because pictures of her. I think and I journaled about a couple things. She loves hot chocolate and like every day drinks some, and so I had to get that on there. And so anyway, I need to do an All About Us page again. Usually I try to do those every so often, where I just do like, what is Keaton into these days, what's Mallory into these days, and that kind of thing, just because it changes so rapidly. And so I need to do that. And then here was also from that same night. We went to an event. This is actually in front of one of our shops. It was a downtown lighting basically. And again, I was able to attend it versus be inside working. And so I just printed off like the pamphlet or the, you know, advertisement for it. And then a selfie of us three together, and just journaled about it. Again, more horizontal style. I'm seeing that I must have been in that mood to do a lot of horizontal style scrapbooking. Or not horizontal. I've said the wrong word probably the whole time. What's what I'm looking for? Like where you go this way. Sorry, my brain is fried. I just lost the word. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about though, where you kind of go from corner to corner, on more of an angled versus a straight across or straight up and down. So I apologize if I've said that wrong word the whole time. I'm still not finding the word. Anyway, so just love how this turned out. I like to do, if you notice, I like to do a variety of layering underneath and on top. And so you'll see like I kind of tucked some of the stuff inside and then some on the outside. Like I try to do a mix of that. I think it adds interest and structure to the page, that, not structure, but just interest. It gives it a little bit of a dimension, doing it that way. So I'm thinking cat a corner, but that's not it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, okay, so that's my layouts. Those are my layouts. I'm going to take this up, and I'm going to really quickly show you one project I did get done. Whoops, I need some light here though. So I went to Hobby Lobby and just purchased a whole bunch of charms. As you can see, I have them all there in this little organizer. And got just I have a whole thing full of tags and these clips and I have tons of twine. So I just sat down and like kind of pulled the albums that were done, and I just decided to label them with a label, like a tag, and then a charm or two based on what fit the theme of the album, and then just attach them to my album. So the ones that are, not all of these are even done, but I just wanted to start getting some kind of system for labeling my albums. And so like here I did my Disney ones with these and I had a whole bunch collected. Like I usually buy all the charms from the collection, so Maggie Holmes or Paige Evans or whatever. Like I had a ton that I collected, so it was nice to get these used up. And so like these are my Disney albums, and so I picked a category of album and then did them the same, but maybe just mix up the charm a little bit. So these are like Mac and Family, so I used keys for all of theirs. And I grabbed some Valentine's themed charms and did that, and then I got some 4th of July themed charms for that 4th of July album. And some Halloween, I got these little tassels in Halloween colors and beads. And so I just created just a fun little collection of beads and charms and tags, and started layering. So like here's my Christmas ones. I found these tags like at TJ Maxx, and so on the back I just have written down the dates. So just a fun way to just, it looks a little bit cuter on the shelf, and a way for me to use up some of my charm style embellishments and pieces. So I need to do, the big project is doing my daughters. And so I just kind of done these to organize, like my one daughter's pink, one daughter's turquoise. And so I started to label them this way. But I did get like charms for each of them, but it's just going to be a major project to sit down and like really make sure that each album is kind of done being added to or taken away from or changed around, so I can, get the right dates on them. And so, because I don't scrapbook chronologically, so it's really impossible to know, am I done scrapbooking from 2006 of this daughter? And so that's always the tricky part of not scrapbooking chronologically. But just wanted to show you a project I got started, and I got a lot done. So I'm proud of that, and I'll just keep trucking along. Got most of my layouts put away, got a little pile there, and then of course the pile I just showed you. But anyway, so that's where I'm at, you guys. Just, as much as I can do, right? Like a little bit at a time. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I've not been very present, and I apologize for that, but thank you guys for hanging out and looking at layouts with me. So I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later. Happy scrapping. Bye-bye.